Hello everyone, Ping here, and I'm back again with another tutorial on how to make your very own custom zombie map. Now, before we begin here, I'd just like to ask if you could, if you're a new viewer, to subscribe, because I am so close to 100 subscribers, and it would honestly mean the world to me if we reached that milestone. It would be amazing. Okay, so on with the tutorial. Today what I'm going to be talking over is how to import models, prefabs and entities all in general. Now what models and prefabs are, they're just predefined assets that you can use in your map. It's quite simple. They're like really complicated things like say cars and different types of vehicles, like houses and stuff like that, like detail things that you'd want to use in your map later on just to detail it. I heard a lot of people saying that they wanted a tutorial on this, so this is why I'm doing a tutorial right now. Okay, so I'm just going to walk you through how to bring up your different model selections and prefab selections. So all you do, really simple, to get any models you want, you just press the M button and you get models. Now it won't be like this at the start, it will be like this, of like an icons. You'll probably see something like this at the start. What I usually do is, if you've not got a good PC like mine, or you don't have a super amazing one, I'd keep it list mode because it takes ages for the icons to load up and it's like, come on. So what I want to do is you go to all, and then these are every single model you can ever access, and there is quite a lot of them. So what I would do is I would always search for like the type of model you want. For example, let's say we wanted some rubble, like just some basic rubble. So you type in rubble, and there's still quite a lot. So all you need to do to put a model into your map is you just click and drag onto any view, and just let go, and you can see you have yourself a bit of rubble. Like I said, these are complicated models, so if you could make them yourself, it would take you ages though. That's why these are here, just to help you in the map building process. Okay, so once you've done whatever you need to do with that, what you need to do is, if you want prefabs, now prefabs are slightly different. They're not like models, they are mostly script elements. For example, if you wanted to get a zombie barrier, or for example over here you got a wall by or a box location or whatever, you would want a prefab. Otherwise you would have to put everything together yourself, and no, we can't be bothered with that. So what you want to do is you can't actually get a hotkey for this, I don't think. So you need to go to view, toggle, and then you go to prefab pane, and you should see this. And what this is just, if you go into like your file explorer and you go into Black Ops 3 and you go to map source, and then you see a thing that says underscore prefabs, this is that folder, but it's basically telling you that's that folder. So if you ever want to put a prefab in, you put it in that folder. I'll come to it in a later tutorial, it's quite confusing right now. So what you need to do is, so far you probably you will not have these. These are my own prefabs, and these are NSZ's, Nate Smith's, like his Bible ending and stuff. That's where you would put all your stuff for that. For example, what you're mostly interested in right now is the ZM tab. You just click on the box beside it. ZM Core is just general zombie mode stuff, like your wall buys, your perks, etc. And ZM Giant are all the actual things that are in the Giant, which is quite cool. Because that means that you can literally just pull out anything from the Giant. For example, if you want to go to script, and you could say magic boxes, that would give you all the magic box locations for the Giant, which is quite cool, not gonna lie. So what you're mostly interested in, if you close that and you go into ZM underscore core, and if you wanted, say, on this wall here, so after I'm done being completely stupid, what you gotta do is make sure to press escape and deselect your model, otherwise just stuff won't work. So what you need to do now is, say you wanted the KN44, you just click it, you drag it, and it pops into your map. Now what this means is the traverse, this green thing, is the back of your gun, and you can also see the chalk by one side, and you can't see the other side. So what you want to do is shift click on it. Yeah, it's selected, or it might already be selected. So you want to, on your 2D view, remember shift control tab to move it around, different views, X, Y, top, etc. What you want to do is just drag it over to the wall, press 4 on your keyboard, press R, and just rotate it there. I tend to use 4 because it gives you all like 8 angles of direction or something like that. I don't know. But what you want to do is, a lot of people don't do this right, and I know it sounds pretentious of me to say, but a lot of people think that what they have to do is, don't do that, is put this in the wall like that. That's wrong. You can see here it's glitching out. A lot of people do that, and I don't know why. It's up to them, it's their life, they can fuck it up however they want. Wow, that's sad. But yeah, this is how you want to do it. You want to have it a little bit out the wall. You won't see it in the game. If you're like looking at here, you will not notice it's slightly outside the wall. You just want to make it, for example, there. It usually just move it from there into here, and it will be fine. Even though the traverse is in the wall, it will still work because the thing's there. This is here. So basically, that's you got a wall buy-in, and because of how amazing this radiant is, all you need to do is just drag and drop, because it gives you the height of a player. And if you wanted to check the height of a player towards this wall gun, for example, you don't want it to be like the player to be like down here and trying to get to the thing here and have to jump up at all. So what you want to do is, no, I'm going on a bit, just trust me on this. Go into models, all in use. Just remove your search criteria, where it says default character. You want to drag it on, if I can. There we go, and you can see that is the height of a player. That's why people use these. I don't know why people just seem to leave these in their map. You shouldn't leave them in your map. Once you're done with it, you just delete it, because it serves no purpose at all. But yeah, that's the height of a player. Now that's exactly what you would expect from a wall buy. Maybe you might say, well, it doesn't look quite right, so you want to move it a bit up to match the player's height, so it'll be like a little bit high, or you could a bit lower, whatever suits you, really. So yeah, that's I would always remember to delete that guy. So that is models and prefabs. The last thing that I want to cover for this tutorial is entities. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just go through the whole idea of entities. Now what entities are usually script wise. For example, these red blocks here, that is an entity. Any of these scripty things, confusing looking things, are entities, including a pack-a-punch and the power switch. They're entities. The player is an entity. It's something that can be used by the script to determine where it can go and how it can do things. For example, this is a script struct, which is an entity, which just tells the scripts that it can spawn a zombie there. That's all it's used for. It won't, the actual red block won't show up in game, it's just there. Okay, so to open up your entity browser, you just press B, and you have all these. Now I wouldn't worry about this too much. Usually the prefabs have them all in for you. For example, that will create a trigger, which is what the player needs to activate in order to buy the weapon, which you would find under trigger here, and trigger use, which would be that, and all you need to do is just do that. You can do whatever you like with it. Obviously you'd have to press N to bring up your entity editor, which I think I went over in the last tutorial, can't remember. But yeah, that's where, because it's now an entity, you can actually edit the target names, and you can add KVPs, key value pairs, if you don't know what that means. And yeah, you can do whatever you like. So it means it gives you a lot of scope and gives you a lot of ability to mess around with things and truly create what you want to create, which is really good. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. If you really liked this, well, if you liked it at all, I'd really recommend giving it a like, and please subscribe because we are so close to 100 subscribers, and it would be amazing to get 100 subscribers by the end of this month. It would be absolutely amazing. We're like 9 off from the making of this video, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, stay tuned for more, and obviously, like I said, subscribe to keep updated with this series. I'll be sure to go into more complex tutorials in the near future. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Safe. Bye.